નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. વેલકમ ટુ આદર્શ એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટી. Hello students, today we will study some of the examples for the to use the property of the rational numbers. This is the topic of standard 8 chapter number 1, rational numbers. So in previous classes we have studied about the different properties, like first one is closure property, second one is commutativity property, and third one is associativity property. So based on this, now we will study the question number 1 of exercise 1.1. Right? So what is the question? The question is we have to solve this or to simplify this using the properties that we have studied in the previous classes. Okay? So before we start to solve this sum, one thing that must be clear in your mind is that there are, first of all, you have to decide that how many terms are there in the given questions, right? So see this question, it is minus 2 upon 3 multiplied by 3 upon 5 plus 5 upon 2 minus 3 upon 5 into 1 upon 6. So how many terms are there? There are 3 terms. This is the first term, this is the second term, and this is the third term. Now you may have questioned that why only 2 upon 3 is not a term, why 3 upon 5 is not a term, right? It is not a term because there are a multiplication sign between 2 upon 3 and 3 upon 5. So this is a combination, right? And this two numbers combination is a term. Why? Because there is a multiplication sign. Similarly, this 3 upon 5 and 1 upon 6 is also a term, right? It is not a two different terms, it is only one terms. So how terms are separated to each other? Terms are separated by each other only by addition and subtraction sign, right? That is why this all is a term, first term. Now this is a second term and this is a third term, right? So this is clear now in your mind that what is the term. Okay, now we will solve this sum, right? So as you know that to solve this sum we can multiply this directly, that 3 2s are 6 upon 5 3s are 50. So that will become our first term. Then this is the second term, and the third term will be 3 1s are 3 upon 6 5s are 30. Now what you are using to do this type of sum, you take the LCM and then multiply according to the numbers and then solve the sum. But as there are numbers are bigger like 30 and 50, so the calculation may be hard. So to calculate this kind of sum in easy way, now we will use the properties, right? So first of all, what we will see, observe here that, see, in the first term and in the third term 3 upon 5 is a common, right? So now what we are going to do is we first of all take this third term to the second places, right? To do this, we know that by interchanging the term there is no change in the value, but there should be addition, right? This is the property that for the rational number, right, that the rational numbers are commutative under addition only, but here the sign is of subtraction. So what we will do, first of all we will set here the plus. To do this, we put the plus sign and this minus we will give to this 3 upon 5. So now this will becomes this terms as it is, this 5 upon 2 as it is, and this is now plus in the bracket minus 3 upon 5 into 1 upon 6. Now this, there is a plus, this term there is also plus. Now we can take this term to the second position. Remember and do not confuse here, because in commutativity property is only applicable for the addition. For the subtraction, it is not applicable. So now we use this property and take this term to the second position. So the first term remains as it is. The second term is now this, and 5 upon 2 is the third term. So what we will do here, take this to the second position by commutativity, right? Now, as I have said here before that, 3 upon 5 is the common in both the terms, in the first term and the second term. Now this is our second term. So 3 upon 5 we will take the outside. So if 3 upon 5 we take as a common, here what will remain? See, there is minus sign is also there. So we can take minus 3 upon 5 as a common because minus sign is in both the terms. So what will remain here? Only 2 upon 3. And here what will remain now? This minus 3 upon 5 is outside. So remain here is plus and 1 upon 6. Now the bracket is over. And this terms plus 5 upon 2 remains as it is because we are currently processing here in these two terms only. So this term remains as it is. So what property we use here? Which property we use here? Distributivity, right? This is the distribution of multiplication over addition because this term is in now multiplication with this term and this term, right? Okay. So now first of all we add these two terms. See, this is we take the LCM. What is the LCM? 6 is the LCM. Multiply this 2 with 2. So we will get 4 plus 1 remains as it is and denominator is 6. And this third term again remains the as it is. Now this minus 3 upon 5 as it is into, now this is our 5 upon 6. And the third term remains as it is. So now here you can see that now we can cancel out this 5 and this 5. We can also cancel out 3 2s are 6, right? So what will remain here? In the numerator there is 1 and the denominator there is 2, and this minus sign remains as it is. And the second term is now plus 5 upon 2. Now no need to take LCM because 2 is both common for both the terms. So the common denominator becomes 2 minus 1 plus 5, and this will gives us 4. Denominator is 2. Again cut is 2 2s are 4. So the answer is 2. Right? So see here. What is the LCM we take here? Maximum LCM is 6. If we calculate it directly by multiplying these terms, we have to take LCM as 30. Right? So in this way we can simplify this type of sum and easily calculate its answer. Right? So see here we use this 2 property. Right? Now we will study the next sum, that is of question number 2. Question number 2. So what is the question? See here, 2 upon 5 into minus 3 upon 7 minus 1 upon 6 into 3 upon 2 plus 1 upon 14 into 2 upon 5. Now once again this term remains as it is. This term we have to take here because 2 upon 5 in first term and 2 upon 5 in the third terms are common. Now you know that there are 3 terms. This is the first, this is the second, and this is the third. Okay. So to take this third term to here, we have to take this term to the last. Okay. And as there is a minus sign, we cannot do it. So now we can put here plus, and this minus sign we can give to the 1 upon 6. That you know now very well. Okay. So these terms will become the third term, and this is now second term. Right? Which property we use here? Commutativity. Okay. Now see, this is the first and this is the second term. 2 upon 5 is the common. So we will take 2 upon 5 from both the terms and put here. Now make a bracket here. What will remain if 2 upon 5 is now removed from this? This will be only remains minus 3 upon 7 plus here we have only 1 upon 14 now. Okay, the bracket is over. This, now see here, we can cancel out here as 3 2s are 6, right? So in the numerator there is a minus 1 and the denominator is 2 multiplied by 2, that is 4. Okay, so now here you may think that where is the multiplication sign? Because as there is a bracket, we do not need now to do a multiplication sign. Okay, if there is a bracket and there is no sign, that means there is a multiplication. Okay, so this 2 upon 5 as it is. Now to add both these terms, 14 is the LCM. We have to multiply this 3 with 2, right? So this will becomes minus 6. This plus 1 remains as it is. 14 is the denominator, right? This is also remains as it is. Okay. So this property which we will use here, distributivity property. Now the simplification of this is minus 5. This is now 14. This is remains as it is. Now we can cancel out here 5 5 and 2 7s are 40, right? So what will remain here? Minus 1 in the numerator and denominator there is only 7, and here we have minus 1 upon 4. To simplify this, take 24 as LCM, because the LCM of 7 and 4 is 28. Multiply, we have to multiply this one with 4 and this one with 7, and as both are minus, this will gives us minus 4 minus 7, right? So the simplification of this is minus 11 upon 28, right? So the answer of this second question is minus 11 upon 28. So now you know very well that how to use this commutativity property and distributivity property, so that we can simplify this type of questions. Okay, so this is all for this class. Okay, thank you. Thank you for joining us.